Shogun, how to prepare for citizenship? Well, you know, I mean, you got to be able to speak English well. How do you prepare for citizenship? Okay, let's take that question in more detail. First of all, you have to know all your biographic information well. Most of the stuff that's just in the forms. And so when they ask you, you could, you know, verify it and know it. It'll be weird if you can't answer that. It includes your address history, work history, all that kind of stuff. And then you have to make sure all the other good moral character issues are fine, that you didn't not file taxes when you were supposed to, you didn't, you know, register to vote, or you didn't have criminal history, or be prepared to explain that if it's appropriate, and that kind of stuff. And then, you know, if you know English well, it's just be able to talk with them and practice the 100 U.S. citizenship questions that come up where they ask you who the president is, stuff like that. Typically, even people, I have a lot of people who contact me who are really worried about the citizenship questions, 100 questions. But I found that almost none of them have a problem with that in reality. They just practice and they learn it. The bigger issue that they have is just, you know, talking with the officer. Officer asks, and I have a case right now of an older woman in her 80s. She's been paranoid about the test. She did the test like this. And then the officer asked her, where did you used to live? And then she got flustered and didn't answer, so they're rescheduling her for another time. And the question is, just be prepared to just talk about yourself really basically and show that you have a basic knowledge of English, that's it. One thing with regards to your background, like if you have a consultation with me, I have to dig in deep into your green card history, your previous immigration history, and just life, because I need to see if there was any problems that may come up at citizenship. Because it's the last time that they're really going to pay attention to your background, your case, before letting you live freely in the United States. And so they're going to go back and check all your history. So it's my job as an immigration attorney to have a detailed review of your history, to catch something beforehand that maybe what, you know, you made a mistake, they should have denied your green card in the past, but they didn't catch it, and they will catch it now. That's why it's important. And you ask how to prepare. Well, there's a, you know, practicing English, practicing the questions, make sure you know the history, all that kind of stuff to answer, but there's not much you could do about your history. And so the main thing is for me to review and see if there's issues. If there is, how to answer that, or maybe just say, you know what, don't file. You know, I can't recommend that you file. It'll hurt you by filing. And so that's the real reason you should hire an immigration. You need to first review that kind of stuff and then take it from there and make a decision.